Millions of women and girls all around the world will gather tomorrow for the General Women's Session of LDS General Conference. General Young Women's President Bonnie Oscarson will conduct that meeting. And recently, Dave McCann had a chance to sit down with her one-on-one to talk about what our youth want and need today.
Her job is to lead and guide more than 500,000 young women between the ages of 12 and 18. In this calling since 2013, she meets regularly with local church leaders and members throughout the world to help strengthen the young women of the church.
You are the head of a case study of 500,000 young girls and young women around the world. So what have you learned about them?
That they are amazing and valiant and outstanding, that they really have a desire to do what's right.
What do these teens want from their moms and dads?
I think sometimes parents try to be too much of their kids' friends instead of parents to them. And I think youth really do need a parent that will teach and guide and take advantage of every spontaneous teaching moment they can.
How do they want us to communicate?
I think they want honesty these days, and they don't want us to shy away from the difficult questions because they're being exposed to a lot of difficult issues.
Did you ever imagine when you were teaching your early morning seminary class, you would be the leader of the entire young women's organization for the church?
Never in a million years. Never in a million years would I have thought that. My husband and I had been serving in the temple in Stockholm up until November of 2012, and then I'd been home 2 months when I got this phone call.
How was that phone call? How did that go?
Well, we were in Las Vegas at the time visiting a daughter, and they called me on my cell phone. It was executive secretary for the First Presidency, and he said, wondered if you could meet with the First Presidency on Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. And how they got my number, who knows?
They have ways.
They have ways, I guess. But I hung up the phone and I said to my husband, that was really weird. That must have been for you. And he said, they didn't call my cell phone. They called your cell phone. Tuesday morning found us walking into a room, and I was thinking it would be maybe with a member of the First Presidency, but the whole First Presidency was sitting there. And President Monson, spoke to me for a couple of minutes, and then he issued the call, and I about fell off my chair, really. And I just started crying. And I said to him, President Monson, I don't know anything about how to do this. And he just looked at me with that kind of funny, half smile that he has sometimes. He says, well, of course not, Sister Oscarson, we just called you. So I just kind of left the room in a daze. Honestly, the last thing I would have expected in my life.
Contrast those feelings of surprise and anxiety with how you feel every day now that you come into your work and your office and your building.
Every day is a pinch me moment. I can't believe that I'm doing this, and I consider it one of the greatest privileges of my life. It truly is.
How has the new missionary age empowered young women now and in the future?
Oh, I am so excited about what's happening with young women in missions. They can get indoors that nobody else can. I think it's an exciting era for the church.
All right, nice interview. Thank you, Dave.